Hi, good day all. Welcome to Phillip Futures podcast. I'm James, and we are happy that today we have Trent with us. How are you, Trent?
Hi James, I'm feeling good today.
All right, great. Okay, last week you and William did discuss about the UK market regarding to the mutations of the virus. Okay, so today we will actually focus back to our US market. Okay, the topic for today is how will the US 900 billion pandemic aid affect the US and global markets? So, Trent, what actually is the allocations of this US 900 billion package in various sectors?
Okay, the 900 billion pandemic aid portion actually of the legislation includes the 600 US dollar direct payments to most individuals and add 600 for every child that they have, along with 300 ringgit, $300 of per week of federal unemployment insurance supplement into mid-March. So it temporarily expands the programs that make freelance and gig workers eligible for jobless benefits and added to the number of weeks jobless Americans can receive aid. Besides that, the bill also puts over 300 billion US dollar more into the small business support, mostly in the form of forgivable paycheck protection program loans. It creates a 25 billion rental assistance fund as well. On top of that, it also includes more than 8 billion for COVID-19 vaccine distribution and 20 billion to make shots free to Americans. So this measure also directs more than 20 billion US dollar to state testing and contact tracing efforts. Lastly, it also puts 82 billion into education as most of the schools in the US struggle to reopen, and 45 billion into transportation, which includes airline payroll support. Overall, this stimulus package from US government is targeted at helping the US economy to recover from the adverse effects of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I see. As we can see that this stimulus package actually can help some of the sector to save them from this pandemic. Okay, so in your opinion, is this amount of the 900 billions sufficient to save our US economy?
Okay, this is a tricky question. So to be honest, right, in my opinion, the 900 billion will likely just provide a temporary boost in the US economy for a short period, at least for the first half of 2021. Okay, if we compare the coronavirus aid relief and economic security act, which was introduced previously back in March 2020 when the COVID-19 started, it has a size of 2.2 trillion. And compared to the recently announced COVID uh, relief package of only 900 billion, it's actually only half its size. So, but however, it's also worth noting that most of the economic indicators of the US economy are showing signs of recovery. So the US economy might not need a as big stimulus package as the previously introduced one. And also taking into consideration the US government debt to GDP ratio currently stands at 98.3% of GDP, which is quite high at about 20.3 trillion. So, there's not much room for additional fiscal support to the economy.
I see. Yes, that's a good sign that it shows that the economy going to recover. Okay. So what is the possible effect of this stimulus package to the U.S. economy? And actually, which sector is likely to be benefit from this stimulus package?
Okay, in general, the stimulus package is expected to give a positive boost to the whole US economy. But I wish to bring all our audience attention to a few sectors which will benefit more than the others. Okay, firstly is the healthcare sector. So there will be 69 billion US dollar channel into the healthcare sector for the funding of COVID-19 vaccine procurement and distribution. Okay, hence I reckon the healthcare related companies like Johnson and Johnson, United Health, Novartis, and Pfizer are likely to see a boost in their share price. Next will be the consumer sector. Okay, this is due to the direct payment of $600 to individuals and additional $300 for unemployment benefits. So it is very likely that consumer spending will pick up in the first quarter of 2021. Hence, investor actually can look out for consumer-related companies like Walmart, Procter and Gamble, Costco, and Unilever. And lastly is the communication sector. This is not publicized much, but there's actually a 7 billion attributed to developing broadband facilities for low-income families, and also to complete broadband maps to aid in government disbursement, and also to develop the broadband in rural areas. So I reckon investors can also look out for telecom services related companies such as Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile.
Thanks for the tips, Trent. Yeah, so investor might have a look on some of the sector which mentioned by Trent just now. So, but I also myself also believe that if the economy is in the recovery stage, so those gamble or those from the Walmart something, okay, will be also back to their share price also back to in uptrend or back to normal. Okay, so what do you think is the impact of this policy to the global markets?
Okay, so in my opinion, right, the impact on the global market will not be extensive as compared to the US economy itself. Nonetheless, there are a few markets that investors still can look out for trading opportunity from the carryover effect of the stimulus package. Okay, firstly is the energy market. As the 900 billion pandemic aid is likely to boost the US economy by supporting small businesses, individuals, and the transportation sector. So we will likely to see the oil consumption to pick up as a result of the increased economic activities. So as such, investors can look out for trading opportunity in the WTI crude oil futures market. Okay, oil prices will likely to continue its recovery into the first half of 2021. Then the other market which will likely to benefit from the stimulus package is the metals market. So there's two. The silver and copper market will likely to trend higher due to the increase in manufacturing and industrial activities. This is due to the stimulus package, which channels about 284 billion of paycheck protection loans to small businesses. So these businesses are able to retain their employees and thus resume their production of goods. Okay, once they resume their production of goods, okay, the demand for machineries and equipment will recover and result in an increase of demand in silver and copper, which is used as raw materials in producing these machineries and equipment.
I see. Yeah, I think most of people okay will also to hope that okay all the economy will back to normal and also going to recovery. Okay, so what else should investor be aware for the coming weeks?
Okay, so for the coming weeks, right, investors should watch out for the volatilities in the local and international stocks market, as most of the fund managers had returned from a year-end break to rebalance their portfolios. Then investors also should watch out on any news related to vaccines, as some countries has begun to administer vaccine to the public. Okay, if there's any reports indicating negative side effects, which is not announced in the clinical result, will definitely have a detrimental effect to the market. Nonetheless, if there are no significant events happening in the coming weeks, then the market will likely to continue its recovery in the coming weeks of 2021.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you, Trent, for all the sharing. So I believe most investor can take Trend um, ideas and also the sharing, okay, into considerations. Okay, so to like rearrange your portfolio in the coming new year 2021. Okay, so we'll call it a day, and we're very happy that we got Trent here to share about the market view. Okay, and also if so feel free to share these sessions to all of your friends on your Facebook post, and also comment on the below comment box that which title or which topic that you're interested with, so we can prepare for it and share with you all of you. Okay, yeah. So thank you, Trent.
Okay, thanks,
Okay,
James.
thank you. Thanks for
See
sharing.
you all next week.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, bye bye.
Okay, bye.